अब तो परिवर्तन से काहे को डरता है, अब तो परिवर्तन से काहे को डरता है। थैंक यू।
Thank you so much, Indu ma'am ji. That was really wonderful, and always a pleasure to have the meeting starting with invocation and hearing you this for this meeting. Just to remind members, July is Rotary's designated fellowship month, and which is why the RI convention is also in June, which gives opportunities to members to enjoy fellowships with Rotarians all across the world. And I believe some of you would have attended the virtual convention that happened in June last week, rather 12 to 16. And I'm sure many more would be looking forward to the next year convention, for which registrations have been opened. Along with that, there is also the district conference, which is happening tomorrow and day after, and details are being shared by Secretary Shuchi. The login details have actually, I think, not yet come, but they would be coming anytime and would definitely be shared. And I hope most of you would find time to attend this. There are hosts of dignitaries and attending this, and this would be really a wonderful session. Though there were attempts by the district to make it a physical meet, but I think that was not how it was to be. I would now like to invite Secretary Shuchi for some brief announcements, and Shuchi, you can actually lead this forward to the introduction of our guest speaker for this evening.
Thank you, President Sanjay Bhatia. I would like to just share a screen and show you the coverage of a good project that has been spearheaded by our very own Director Community Service, Kanan ma'am. Just wanted to share screen, and can everybody see this? Sanjay sir, can you?
Yes, I can.
ਸੰਸਥਾ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸੇਵਾ ਸੁਸਾਇਟੀ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਸੈਕਟਰ 52 ਚੰਡੀਗੜ੍ਹ ਵਿਖੇ ਚਲਾਏ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਡਾਇਲਸਿਸ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਜ ਰੋਟਰੀ ਮਿਡ ਟਾਊਨ ਕਲੱਬ ਚੰਡੀਗੜ੍ਹ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਇੱਕ ਡਾਇਲਸਿਸ ਮਸ਼ੀਨ ਭੇਟਾ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ। ਲਗਭਗ 6.5 ਲੱਖ ਰੁਪਏ ਦੀ ਕੀਮਤ ਵਾਲੀ ਇਹ ਮਸ਼ੀਨ ਡਾਇਲਸਿਸ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਣ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਹੁਣ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਵਧੇਰੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦਾ ਇਲਾਜ ਹੋ ਸਕੇਗਾ। ਡਾਇਲਸਿਸ ਮਸ਼ੀਨ ਦੇ ਸੰਬੰਧ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਰੋਟਰੀ ਮਿਡ ਟਾਊਨ ਕਲੱਬ ਚੰਡੀਗੜ੍ਹ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਡਾਇਲਸਿਸ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਮਸ਼ੀਨਾਂ ਵੀ ਭੇਟਾ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਜਾਣ। ਇਸ ਮੌਕੇ ਡਾਇਲਸਿਸ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਦੇ ਸੰਬੰਧ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸੇਵਾ ਸੁਸਾਇਟੀ ਦੇ ਮੁੱਖ ਸੇਵਾਦਾਰ ਭਾਈ ਹਰਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਸੱਭਰਵਾਲ ਨੇ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਇਸ ਡਾਇਲਸਿਸ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਰੂਰਤਮੰਦ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਲਈ 2004 ਵਿੱਚ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਸੀ ਅਤੇ ਉਦੋਂ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਹੁਣ ਤੱਕ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਪੂਰੀ ਸਫਲਤਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਇਸ ਦੀ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਡੀ ਖੂਬਸੂਰਤੀ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰਤਮੰਦ ਵਿਅਕਤੀ ਖਾਲੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਂਦਾ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਸ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ आधुनिक किया जाएगा अते ये सेंटर प्राइवेट हस्पतालों ਨੂੰ।
आज हमने पहली मशीन दी है रोटरी चंडीगढ़ मिड टाउन की तरफ से। रोटरी चंडीगढ़ मिड टाउन में हमारे 100 से ज़्यादा सदस्य हैं और 44 साल से ज़्यादा से हम ये समाज की सेवा करते आ रहे हैं, जिसमें स्कूल्स में हेल्थ से रिलेटेड बहुत सर्विसेज हम हेल्प करते हैं। यहाँ तक कि कोविड में भी हमने कोविड रसोई चलाई है और यहाँ पे हमने पिछले साल एक मुआयना किया था, असेसमेंट की थी और देखा कि यहाँ जगह काफ़ी है और ये तो लॉकडाउन हो गया इसलिए हमने अभी एक ही मशीन ली है, लेकिन आगे प्लान है क्योंकि यहाँ 8 ऑलरेडी आप देख रहे हैं 8 बेड हैं और 2-3 बेड और भी लग सकते हैं, तो हमारा प्लान है यहाँ पे और मशीन लगाने का।
Thank you for the patience. Thank you, Kanan ma'am, and thanks to the entire staff for making this a reality. I would now like to introduce our keynote speaker today, Miss Alifia Calcutta-Wala. Miss Alifia Calcutta-Wala is a travel enthusiast with over 15 years of experience in running a travel company, specializing in experiential holidays by the name of The Wanderers. Before foraying into travel, she ran a successful software export company. She's certified in architecture, Pallav sir, design, software and management. She has recently launched OWL, Outdoor Wilderness and Learning, a wanderer's initiative in the learning and development space. When not traveling, she devotes her time to cancer awareness and detection. She is the vice chairperson of Indian Cancer Society, National Projects of Young Indians, CII, currently National Chair Thalir, also the area director at BNI, CBDA and North Kolkata. She loves outdoors. She's completed a full marathon in 2016. She loves adventure sports and reading. She's a qualified practitioner of pranic healing and also runs a pranic healing center. Her key to success is do it now. The future is promised to no one. So now I would like to invite you, Miss Alifia, to feed the travel staff souls of Rotary Club Chandigarh Midtown with the beautiful pictures and sceneries of Antarctica. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much and good evening, everyone. Before I go further, let me thank the President, Mr. Sanjay Bhatia, Secretary, Ms. Suchi Thakur, for inviting me today to talk about a fabulous place, which is Antarctica. It's the last pristine continent, and I'm delighted to take you all on this virtual tour today, till such time that you yourself experience the grandeur and beauty of this awesome place. Ladies and gentlemen, Antarctica has always been a sort of enigma for many of us, if not all. And I'm here today to perhaps demystify it a little bit. So shall we begin? Mr. President, shall we begin? Then I'll start sharing my screen.
Absolutely, yes.
So much, and let's start. Wonderful. All right. I'm going to start with this screen, and before I start with the presentation that I have for you today, we are going to be hearing the sounds of Antarctica, because you're going to hear my sound essentially all the time for the next couple of minutes. But it's extremely important for you to have a very immersive experience. You should also hear the sound of Antarctica. And let me just play this for you, because this is exactly what you will hear. So you must have got, you could hear the sounds of the Zodiac cruising on the ice shelf, on the ice sheet. You also hear the stillness, because there's so much of stillness in the air in the entire region over there that sometimes, there's a deafening silence. Now, before I take you any further to it, further into the presentation, let's understand and know a little bit of Antarctica. Or ye hai kidhar? Okay, so Antarctica, aapko sabko pata hai that you have around 7 continents, and this is the 5th largest continent. Ye actually a continent hai, unlike a North Pole, which does not have a land mass. The South Pole, which is Antarctica, I mean, obviously South Pole has Antarctica, or Antarctica has South Pole, has a land mass, and it's the 5th biggest continent in the world. और ये कितना बड़ा है ये आप देख सकते हैं, because if I were to put that continent inside each of the continent, आप देख सकते हैं why it is the 5th largest, because it's bigger than Australia, and it's actually bigger than even Europe. Absolutely right, so it's bigger than Europe, which is why it's the 5th largest continent. And just to give you now a perspective as to kahan hai, नाउ ये आप देखिए एकदम नीचे की तरफ है, सो अगर एक ग्लोब है तो एकदम नीचे की तरफ अंटार्कटिका है, एंड विच आर द प्लेसेस विच आर द कॉन्टिनेंट्स विच आर क्लोजेस्ट टू अंटार्कटिका। तो आप देखेंगे साउथ अफ्रीका से अंटार्कटिका की दूरी करीब 3600 किलोमीटर्स है, ऑस्ट्रेलिया से अराउंड 2250 है, न्यूजीलैंड जो एक कंट्री है वहां से 2200 किलोमीटर्स है, एंड द क्लोजेस्ट कॉन्टिनेंट टू अंटार्कटिका इज एक्चुअली साउथ अमेरिका, जिसकी दूरी है सिर्फ 1000 किलोमीटर्स, एंड दैट्स प्रिसाइसली द रीजन व्हाई any cruises or any journeys going to Antarctica actually starts from South America, which is at Cape Horn, that वो जो एक सीन निकल रहा है आपको एक ट्रायंगल जैसा दिख रहा है, so from that tip to the tip of Antarctica is only around 1000 kilometers. Now taking it further, मैं आपको एक फ्लैट मैप के हिसाब से दिखा रही हूँ। अगर आप एकदम एक्सट्रीम टॉप लेफ्ट देखेंगे तो आपको पूरा वर्ल्ड मैप दिखेगा, और इंडिया मैंने I have circled it in red, and you can see where India is and where South America is. Now, on the right side, you see the map of South America, and right down where I've circled in red, you can see the Cape Horn, or where actually the expedition or the journeys from South America starts. और extreme left नीचे मैंने आपको दिखाया है कि ये वो जो टिप, वो जो हॉर्न है, उसमें से कहाँ से ये क्रूज स्टार्ट होता है, या क्या कहाँ से ये एक्सपीडिशन स्टार्ट होता है। ये एक्सपीडिशन एक्चुअली स्टार्ट होता है from a place called Ushuaia, which is marked in this red circle, and it is in Argentina. So Ushuaia is in Argentina. Most often than not, all expeditions or majority of expeditions start from Ushuaia in Argentina. There are also expeditions starting from Chile. Now, taking it further, there are some interesting facts you need to know about Antarctica. It's really interesting. Why? Because as I told you, it's 5th biggest continent in the world. वहां का सबसे कोल्डेस्ट टेम्परेचर इज अराउंड -90 डिग्रीज। हाँ जी, -90 डिग्रीज इज द कोल्डेस्ट टेम्परेचर दैट हैज बीन रिकॉर्डेड। और जैसे आप सब जानते हैं, अंटार्कटिका इज इन द सदर्न हेमिस्फीयर, व्हिच मींस राइट नाउ इट स्टार्टेड इट्स विंटर्स। सो व्हेन हम लोग के जब समर्स होते हैं, उनके विंटर्स होते हैं, व्हिच इज व्हाई दे हैव ड्यूरिंग विंटर्स ऑलमोस्ट 24 आवर्स ऑफ डार्कनेस, और उनके समर्स में जो अराउंड नवंबर टू अराउंड अप्रैल होते हैं, अप्रोक्सीमेटली अराउंड दैट टाइम जब हम लोग के विंटर्स होते हैं, उस टाइम देयर इज 24 आवर्स ऑफ डे लाइट। ओके, नाउ लेट्स जस्ट डू इट। अंटार्कटिका में कोई भी परमानेंट रेसिडेंस नहीं है। इसका क्या मतलब? इसका ये मतलब है देयर इज नॉट अ सिंगल सिटीजन ऑफ अंटार्कटिका। आज कोई बोल नहीं सकता कि मैं अंटार्कटिका का वासी हूँ। नो, दे कैन नॉट से दैट, because Antarctica does not belong to any country as per the treaty which was signed in 1959, if I'm not mistaken. Or in the summer months, there are around 4,000 people here, and in the winters, the population reduced from 4,000 to 1,000. Of course, as I mentioned, Antarctica has no capital, no language, and no currency because it does not belong to any country, and it's not a country, right? Going on to different more interesting facts. Have a look at this. As I mentioned to you, Antarctic Treaty was signed in 1959. It was at that time signed by almost, I think, 12 countries, and by now almost 48 nations have signed the treaty, which is the Antarctic Treaty. And the treaty says that first of all, the continent does not belong to any country. That's one. And second is, you cannot use the continent for any commercial purpose. It can only be used for research, scientific, or probably the expeditions and the little tourist activity which happens there. Iske alawa, you cannot use or go to Antarctic for any other reason. Acha, ek wedding bhi wahan pe hui hai 1978 mein. All right, and there is the first tourist ship to Antarctica probably sailed in 1960. So, and the largest land animal in Antarctica is a small insect. It's actually, if I'm not mistaken, it's called the Antarctic fly. It's an insect. It's called the Antarctic fly. और very interestingly, उसका जो लावा है वो फ्लाई का, it survives for almost 2 years. So these are some very interesting facts about Antarctica which I have probably put out here, and I will discuss some more facts as we go along. All right, now beginning with Antarctica, as I mentioned, Ushuaia is this place in Argentina from where you start your expedition. Ushuaia is a resort town. Is a resort town in Argentina. बहुत ही प्यारी जगह है. It's like it's a resort. Why? Because एक साइड पे पूरा sea है, and एक side पे mountains है, and it, of course, the reason you go here is because of the national park, which is called the Terra del Fuego, beautiful park, and it's got the world's last train, और उसकी नाम भी है End of the World Train, because इसके बाद कोई भी train journey नहीं है. It's a very interesting journey because they carried slaves over here. And the reason I've shown this bike picture here is काफी interesting है क्योंकि आपने जो continent देखा, like a triangle, it's like a triangle. People start their bike journeys from the top of the continent and they ride all the way down. And then once they come, it takes them probably 6 months to 9 months to actually go across the entire continent. When they come here, आप bike की हालत देख सकते कितनी बुरी है. It's almost worn out. They leave the bike over there and they fly back to whichever country they belong to. It's quite an interesting thing that they do. It's a beautiful place. This place called Ushuaia, वहाँ पे अच्छा एक Indian restaurant भी है. Just in case, just letting you know, you can easily spend 2-3 days. अच्छा, वहाँ पे एक post office भी है. And it's the world's last post office because उसके बाद कोई post office नहीं है. And it's quite a happening town. तो ऐसा नहीं कि वो town is a very dead town और सिर्फ वहाँ पे cruise होता है. As I told you, it's a resort town. You should spend minimum of 2 to 3 nights, and the lovely hotels. Believe you me, when I say lovely hotels, lovely hotels. Of course, there is great nightlife as well. Hard Rock आप देख रहे हैं सामने. Now let's get into the Antarctica expedition. All right. Now this is the ship that I sailed on. It was called MV Ushuaia. उसका नाम ही Ushuaia है. It started from Ushuaia. Or when you see this, the ship started sailing. This is the town of Ushuaia that you can see. Isn't it very pretty? Okay, you have these mountains and then you have the sea. It's just outstanding. And this was sometime in March. Now, this is the expedition that I went on. I went on in 2017, March 8th, and these are the particulars of the ship. आप एक चीज notice कीजिए, guides or lecturers, because you have guides, you have geographer, you have naturalist, you have biologists on board. That's extremely interesting. This is why it makes such a fulfilling experience, and I'll tell you why. Now, this is essentially the itinerary that I followed, and it was for 9 nights, 10 days when I went to Antarctica. Now, let's get into the entire thing. So before I just begin into the thing, I would just like you to give your attention to Drake Passage. Have a look at it. Now, the Drake Passage, which is approximately 1.5 hours, not hours, 1.5 days की जो journey है, और मैंने आपको पहले दिखाया था. Let me just take you back. Here. Now you see this region, it's 1,000 kilometers. So the Drake Passage is approximately 1,000 or 900 kilometers. It's a very narrow passage and it is the roughest in the world. It is the roughest in the world because इतनी छोटी जगह से काफी currents है वहां पे, काफी currents है, which is why it becomes extremely choppy. So that 1.5 days that you kind of sail through before you land onto or come to the Antarctica continent is a little difficult. और काफी sea sickness लोगों को होती है, काफी sea sickness होती है, and that is why you people they ask you to take a medicine to probably stop your sea sickness. और ये 1.5 दिन I was like probably a zombie. I used to sleep my way through the entire Drake Passage क्योंकि मैंने वो tablet ली थी, उससे काफी drowsiness आती है. And sometimes ऐसे waves होते हैं ना, the waves are almost 10 meters. मैं नहीं बोल रही हमेशा होते, but the biggest waves were around 33 feet. तो आप समझ सकते हैं that your ship can actually turn like this. I mean, go like this, you know. And इसीलिए जब आप रात को सोते भी हैं, so you have to pull up these railings next to your bed, otherwise you might just roll down, right? So, and when you're sailing through the Drake, you have to ensure that your cabin, you actually make it Drake proof, so that आपका कोई भी सामान बाहर में है, you need to put it in drawers, otherwise will रात को जब सो के उठेंगे तो सारा बिखरा पड़ेगा, because it's like that. So that's Drake Passage, and you pass this while going to Antarctica, and you also pass this while coming back. So that 1.5 days, it's quite a challenge, but not necessarily all the time. But believe you me, this is the only place in the world that you're able to experience something like this. So my take is, you should try this. It's amazing. It's a great experience. Not that you fall sick or something like that. There's obviously a great doctor on board, and you have the entire medical department which takes care of you. This is a cabin which I had. I had taken a cabin which is a bunker. Of course, you have fancy cabins now with you right from, you have a penthouse, you have a suite, you have a room with a balcony. But I took a bunk which, if you see, you have a basin and then you also have a washroom along with it. and there's a porthole window right on top. So this was a bunker bed that I took. It was a 2-person cabin. Very interesting fact about Antarctica. तो आप सोचते हैं कि अंटार्कटिका में डेटिंग नहीं होती है, वो 4,000 और 1,000 लोग जो रहते हैं. Some American scientists actually Tinder आपको पता नहीं है, I'm sure आपको पता ही होगा. In fact, Tinder is a dating site. So there was one dark winter night, एक scientist अपना Tinder में गया to see अगर उसको कोई if he could get any partner to do a dating, but he could not actually find one. फिर उसने अपना जो radius enlarge किया and some 45-minute helicopter ride में उसको एक match मिल गया. So that's something amazing. So actually Antarctica में also you can actually do a date in case if you're interested. So that's a fun fact about it. Now going next. Now this is a bridge view. So जब आप ship में जाते हैं, कभी ship में जाते हैं, हर एक ship का एक bridge होता है. Bridge actually is a place in the ship from where the entire navigation of the ship is controlled. It's a brilliant place, and every day they tell you what time the bridge is open so that you can go there and make a visit. Interesting, extremely interesting, because you learn so much about the entire navigation system, about how the entire vessel navigates through these waters. And I have spent a lot of time. I have got a lot of inputs from them. I mean, हर एक चीज को पूछना, and they're very very accommodative. So आप आराम से सब कुछ पूछ सकते हैं. मैंने in fact almost 8 to 10 hours I spent on the bridge in my entire expedition. It's quite a fulfilling experience. So if you're the kind of person who loves to know about navigation and oceanology, this is the place to be here. All right. Now what's interesting, मैंने आपको जब दिखाया था अपना itinerary. So once you cross the Drake Passage, you actually come to the Antarctica Peninsula, जो एक लंबा सा पतला सा निकलता है. You come to the peninsula. Now ये जो ships होती है, expedition ships होती है, ये काफी बड़ी होती है. So you can't go right onto the land. और ये काफी दूर, almost 100 meters या 200 meters, almost a kilometer, it is away from the shore, because इतनी बड़ी boat, इतनी बड़ी ship वहाँ जा नहीं सकती. Which is why to go to the land, to go to Antarctica, you need to get into boats, which is a Zodiac. Zodiac is like an inflatable boat जो मैंने आपको on extreme left up extreme right में दिख सकता है. Now when you get onto the Zodiac, remember one thing, as I told you, there's an Antarctic treaty which has been signed, and according to this treaty you have to it's ensuring that the land remains as pristine as possible. इसीलिए जब आप Zodiac में उतरते हैं, you have to wash your feet in 3 buckets of this in these 3 trays, where you need to disinfect your entire shoes. और ये जो gumboots है, they are provided by the ship. Your size and everything is sorted, so you don't have to worry about it. But you have to pass your feet. You have to walk through the entire 3 days so that you're not carrying a single germ or any particle from the ship onto the pristine land. Similarly, when you're going from the land and coming back on the ship, वहाँ पे वापस trays रखी हुई है, so that you wash your feet before you get onto the land and get back on the ship again. So you do not bring anything from the land of Antarctica onto the ship. As per the treaty, you are supposed to keep the continent as pristine as possible, which is why it is the last pristine continent. अगर आप सोचते हैं कि वहां से मैं एक पत्ता के ले सकता हूँ एज अ सोवेनियर, वो भी नहीं कर सकते. जैसे है वैसे ही छोड़ना है. आप कोई पत्थर उठा के ला सकते हैं, आप कोई फेदर उठा के नहीं ला सकते. किसी चीज को वहां पे, लेट्स से पेंगुइन्स को आप सोच से टच करेंगे, लेकिन आप नहीं कर सकते, आप कुछ भी नहीं कर सकते. इनफैक्ट you have to maintain a customary 3 meter or 15 feet distance from the penguins, and you cannot cross their path. So एक penguin का path बना रहता है, which is what they keep following. You can't cross that. आपको side से ही जाना पड़ेगा. हाँ, वो अलग बात है अगर penguin आपके पास आता है and they try to peck you, that's different, but you should not touch them. And of course, अगर आप सोचोगे कि मैं कुछ खाना उनको खिलाऊं, वो भी allowed नहीं है. You're not supposed to give them any kind of food or take any food for that matter over there. Forget about leaving any kachara behind, they're also not allowed. So you will be very, very clear as to how you leave the continent when you come back. Going further, now this was our first landing. It's called the Trinity Islands. Look at it, isn't it gorgeous? It was a volcanic island of an unknown time. Eruption कब हुआ था मुझे नहीं पता, काफी सालों पहले हुआ था. But look at this. This is what you see when you actually get on the continent. This is the kind of thing, or this is the kind of scenery in front of you, huge boulders of ice. These are rocks. I mean, isn't it gorgeous? I mean, this is something out of the world. You don't normally see this. In fact, I have had the opportunity to go to extreme weather and extreme climates, but I have not seen something like this. और ये जो boulders दिख रहे हैं ना, they are of different colors. Sometimes you see it's light green, sometimes you see it's deep blue, sometimes it's light blue, it's white. It's just simply gorgeous and stunning. I mean, every day in Antarctica is different. Not a single expedition, not a single journey, not a single excursion is going to be same. It's a different day every day. Now, Trinity Island, when you get onto it, this is what I saw. Now, ek jagah on the extreme left, you can see there's a skeleton of a ship or a boat, ek dhacha hai. And on the other side, on the right side, you will see there's carcasses of whales, because in the early 20th century, Antarctica में काफी लोग आते थे because of commercial purpose, and that was because of whale oil. Okay, it was a very, very important thing for them. The whale oil and seal oil and whale oil. उसके लिए काफी यहाँ पे लोग आते थे just to kind of get whale oil. And this is the carcass that you see, which has been there since the last, I think, 100 years, if not less. So this is what you see: carcasses of whale. And this is a ship. It's the carcass of a ship also. It's a structure of a ship, which was their whaling ships. And then after you see all this, you see what you're there for. That's the penguins. So there are 4 kinds of penguins essentially that you see on your normal expedition. And the penguins are a Gentoo penguin, the Delhi, the emperor penguin, and there's a chinstrap penguin. So Gentoo penguins are in dozens, in scores that you will see all over the island, और यहाँ पे आप देखेंगे पेंगुइन्स ऐसे एक जगह पे खड़े हैं, बस ऐसे ही खड़े और हफ्तों तक खड़े रहते हैं, because this is what they do, is called molting. Molting होता है जब वो अपने feathers निकालता है, और जब ये होता है, जब ये क्रिया करते हैं, so what happens, they have to conserve energy because they don't eat at that time. To conserve energy, they cannot be gallivanting around the island. They have to be standing in one place till all the feather falls down. So this is the Gentoo penguin. Going further, I mean, I look at how cute this is. से देख सकते हैं कितनी अधिक संख्या में ये penguins present होते हैं. It's a delight to see them. And of course, you must have I've zoomed in, but obviously you cannot go near them. You cannot touch them. You have to maintain the 3 meter or the 15 feet customary distance, which is mandatory. Because आपके साथ जब आप expeditions या ये landings पे जाते हैं, अच्छा, just to let you know, when you're going on this expedition, what happens? There are 2 landings during the day. एक होता है morning में और एक होता है afternoon में. Whenever these landings happen, along with you, the guides, the naturalists come along with you, because then they explain you every small detail. You can ask them whatever you want to ask them. They will probably answer all your questions. They tell you about finer points, finer nuances of the flora and fauna of this particular amazing continent. It's a delight. Itni information milti, itni jankari milti, and some is like stunning, right from the history to the geography to the, I mean, whatever of that place you get to see. And they obviously take you on a path, and you need to follow that path. So you cannot be just, as I said, randomly walking around the island. Even you need to follow a particular path. Going ahead. Okay, this is the Adelie penguin, and there's a difference in, you can see there's a white patch on their eye. This is the Adelie penguin, which is another kind of penguin. और आप देख सकते हैं, they're also molting. Your feathers निकल रहे हैं, so this is why they're standing in one place to conserve their energy. Of course, some interesting fact. Now, due to climate change, Antarctica has lost 3 trillion tons of ice in just 25 years. So there are two places in the world right now which has deeply been affected by climate change. One is the North Pole and the ice shelf there, and the second is this. You can understand what is the kind of ice that Antarctica has lost in just 25 years. I will not get into the details as to agar sara Antarctica agar ice melt ho jata to kya hone wala hai. I'm sure you understand, we'll be submerged. Okay, this is a very interesting thing and one of my favorite pictures. Now, of course, when you're in expedition, ghumna wumna to sab kuch there is of course there, but there's also eating. Now, when I went on this expedition, on this expedition there were 17 nationalities on board. Can you imagine 17 nationalities on board? And it was a 9-night 10-day, so we had almost 20. No, how many? 3 meals, 10, almost 30 meals together. Okay, so we have a sit-down dinner, lunch, and breakfast, and we used to come and have meals together. Every time the tables we used to share with somebody else. Now, somebody is from Norway, somebody from Ukraine, somebody from America. 17 nationalities. हम लोग ने एक WhatsApp group भी बनाया, and till date I'm in touch with them. I mean, a couple of them I'm really in touch with them, some I'm not. But this is the kind of thing. So if you're a person who loves mixing with people, who loves interacting with different people, this is an amazing time. Because after you do the landings during the day, जैसे मैंने आपको कहा, there are 2 landings during the day, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. आप करोगे क्या? Because all other time you are in the ship. And then you're in the lounge area where you're sitting, talking, playing board games, reading books. There is a library, drinking tea, coffee, and chatting. And of course, more important than that, there are lectures which happen in the morning, and there's a lectures which happen in the night after dinner. Now, these lectures are amazing. There are documentaries, there are sessions from naturalists. They tell you, one day they'll tell you about the geography of the region, someday they'll tell you about the flora of that region, something on birds, on the animals, on the marine life. Matlab, they will flood you with all the information, and so interesting. They'll show you through movies, through images, through sounds, audio visuals, and then they will also probably even give you some, there are some models that they have created. It's like हर दिन हम एक मिनट भी लगेगा कि मैं बोर हो रहा हूँ. So ऐसा नहीं लगना, ऐसा कभी लगेगा ही नहीं आपको. Right from morning at 7 o'clock when on the PA system in the ship, they start with good morning Antarcticans. वैसे करके वो start करते हैं. From that time you get up till the time sleeping, you will not have a minute where you can think चल मैं बोर हो रहा है. No, there is no way. Because there's so many things to do, and there's a fantastic library they have an amazing bar. And just to let you know, okay, now this is the birds. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, there are 45 different kind of birds in Antarctica. These are the different birds that I have probably shot, because itne birds maine dekhe hain, which I saw was the snowy sheatbill, the cormorants, the Antarctic shag, the Arctic skua, and the petrel. The third from the left is the snowy sheatbill. It's a scavenger. पता है वो क्या खाता है? It eats penguin poo. इसलिए मैंने एकदम एंड में आप देखेंगे वो ग्रीन जो आपको दिख रहा है ना, it's a penguin poo. वो actually खाता सिर्फ penguin poo ही खाता है. So these are the kind of birds that you see when you are in Antarctica. And now my favorite video, and this is the
Holy cow. Holy cow. Unbelievable. Look at this. Oh my God. It's curious.
and have a look at this. So imagine now, if you see that, you can actually see that I've shot this from the kind of from the ship. Okay, I was standing on the deck and something like this just happened in front of me. This is the kind of encounters you will have when you are in Antarctica. These whales are so close, and I have so many of these videos because sometimes I saw them when I was on the deck, when I was just standing on the deck and the whales were around. Sometimes I saw them when I was in a Zodiac, वो inflatable जो boats मैंने आपको बोली ना, we were so close. I think around 1.5, not 1.5, that's too close. Around 4 to 5 meters, and I could see there's a whale. Can you imagine? And the brilliance is, you know, when the whales, you know, when this, I mean, they spurt out this water, इतनी जोर से करते हैं ना, आप गीले हो जाते हैं. I mean, this is, imagine wet or feeling that mist of water from if I call it a snout of the whale. It's just amazing because this is something which cannot be compared to anything in the world. And then their iconic kind of Kodak moment happens when these whales actually go right down. And when they go right down, their tail comes up. And the tail comes up. And by the way, you know that the tail is a fingerprint for the whale. So every whale has a different fingerprint, which means the tails के अंदर जो lines वगैरह जो होती है, whatever patterns are there, that's unique to each and every whale. And if you take a picture of that and upload it on this particular site called happywhales.com, they'll come back to telling you what species is this, kitna age hai, XYZ of it. So yeah, you can even get into that detail if you want. Now, this is the kind of experience that you will definitely get it when you're going on the expedition. All right, so now that you looked at whales, you looked at bird, now we looked at penguins, by the way, and now let's look at seals. Now, these are the kind of seals that you're going to be seeing during your trip to Antarctica when you're doing these continental landings, or when you're even in your Zodiac, or probably standing on the deck. And now, these are the 4 kinds of seals that you will see essentially. One is the leopard seal, which is extreme left. Now, leopard seal are predators. Ye parbhakshi hai. Okay, they actually eat penguins and they also eat other seals. They in fact are so aggressive that they also eat whales. The second one, which is probably seen in the North Shetland Islands, it is an elephant seal. Now, by elephant, you can see that particular like a trunk uska aage se samne se nikal raha hai. And this elephant seal is, the male elephant seal is 4 times bigger than the female elephant seal. And ye elephant seals, they actually exist in harems. They actually exist in harems, and they, for example, giving a ratio 1:60. Matlab, for every male there are 60 female elephant seals. So they stay in these harems of female reproductive colonies. And of course, then you have the crab seal and the phecids and the elephant seal. Now look at the seal. Kafi cute lagte hain. But when they come in front of you and they open their mouth, you'll see very sharp teeth. This is how they walk. Very cute. Very cute. But of course, again, as I told you, you have to maintain the distance. And just to let you know, how do these seals eat penguins? How does this leopard seal that which is then in the extreme left, how do they eat? You know, the way they navigate, what they do is they get into the water and they navigate the water in such a way and orchestrate themselves in such a way that, you know, big waves start forming. And when these waves start forming, they splash on the iceberg. And when they splash on the iceberg, बेचारे जो penguins iceberg पे खड़े रहते हैं, बेचारे पानी में गिर जाते हैं. और ये जब पानी में गिर जाते हैं, तब they attack those particular penguins and they feed on them. Wonderful. And of course, खाने क्या है? Okay. So, by the way, there's a blue whale in Antarctica जो पाए जाते हैं. They eat about 4 million krill. Krill मतलब ये shrimp like prawn type होते हैं. Prawn काफी बड़े होते हैं. Shrimp होते हैं छोटे-छोटे. They are krills. So एक दिन में वो लोग ये blue whales eat 3,600 kilos. Can you imagine? That's the kind of food they eat during the 6 months that they are active. Now, what you see on the extreme right is the kind of food we eat we get on the expedition. Brilliant food, absolutely. So for all the days that I was there, I was a vegetarian. I ate vegetarian food, and this is amazing. I think if you can make out, you obviously give your dietary requirements. So if you're lactose intolerant, if you're vegan, if you are vegetarian, you don't eat this, you let them know almost a month in advance. So accordingly, they will make those arrangements. Extremely nutritious food. It's a 3-course meal every day. Starts with a soup, then goes with the main course, and then followed by a dessert. And depending on the kind of vessel that you go for. So Ushuaia that I went on was for a very standard vessel, but of course you have ultra luxurious vessels like the Silver Sea, जिसमें 5-course meal होते हैं, and you have alcohol included, and all the bells and whistles are there. But look at this food. The 3 dishes are vegetarian, clearly, as you can see. Quinoa, you have quinoa stuffed capsicums, you have this palak ka or rice ka ek particular dish tha. You have salads, and it's so amazing and so nutritious. Can I tell you? I have not eaten such amazing food on a cruise. And of course, if you are non-vegetarian, it's a true delight for you. You have calamaris, you have mussels, you have prawns, you have crabs, you name it, and you just can keep on gorging on the food. So aapke food, as far as food is concerned, it's absolutely taken care of. Of course, food, coffee and tea is available throughout the day, 24/7. You can go to the lounge and can keep on having hot chocolate, coffee, chai. काफी 10-15 किस्म की चाय है जो आप of course infusions के साथ है. So आप अपना आराम से चाय पी सकते हैं, कॉफी पी सकते हैं, अपना बुक्स पढ़ सकते हैं, म्यूजिक देख सकते हैं, videos देख सकते हैं, and stuff, all that you can do, right? So it's, as I told you, and this is a program that comes to you every day. So in the night, they slip this program into your cabin where it tells you what more time you have to get up in the morning, what time is your content, what time is your landing happening, what time is lunch, again, when is the next landing happening, and stuff like that. Quite an interesting thing. As I told you ना, 1 मिनट भी फुर्सत का नहीं है. अच्छा, फुर्सत अलग बात, अगर आपको लैंडिंग नहीं करनी और शिप में ही बैठ के अपना किताब पढ़ना है, वो भी कर सकते हैं. कोई nobody is like जबरदस्ती कि आपको उतरना ही पड़ेगा. So it's obviously actually up to you. Now look at this. This particular, I want to show these pictures because when you're doing and when you're doing this this navigating in Antarctica, there is a particular channel which is of number 4 and 5. You can see how narrow that channel is. It's called the Lemaire Channel. This is an outstanding feat of navigation because ये इतनी पतली जगह है और ship काफी बड़ी होती है. And this happened in the early morning on the and we were told in the PA system of the ship, please everybody on the deck because we're about to cross the Lemaire Channel. And we all came down on the deck and we were like, oh my God, itni patli jagah se hum log niklenge, and dono side pe there were outcrops of these huge rocks coming up, obviously with full of snow and ice and all that bit. And I was like, abhi gaye, kaise karenge, itni patli jagah kaise niklenge? But it was stunning because it was early in the morning, around 7 o'clock, the sun was just rising up. And as we crossed and as we entered the Lemaire Channel, the sun actually came up and the entire landscape was flooded with this golden light. It was outstanding, simply awesome, jaw-dropping. I have never seen something like this. And yes, of course, I had to take that mera Titanic wala pose. Okay, so I went there, took that. You can see the first flow of sunlight bathing us all in this golden light. And this was the channel that we did, Lemaire Channel. Up on the extreme right, you can see the boat, and you can see on both sides there is huge outcrops of mountains, right? Because remember, Antarctica is not a flat. It's actually the average elevation of Antarctica is higher than any continent, by the way. The average elevation, which means it's got a lot of peaks. Huh? So this is absolutely stunning. And apart from doing everything else, oh, there's another interesting fact. Acha, aapko yakin nahi hoga, but here you go. In Antarctica, there are places that haven't received rain or snow in 2 million years. Can you imagine? और आप सोचते हैं कि पूरी जगह पे snow गिरता है, but there are places in Antarctica which has not got snow for the last 2 million years. And you'll be all the more surprised to know कि Antarctica में sand dunes भी है. हाँ जी, sand dunes. There are sand dunes in Antarctica. Obviously, I've not seen it, but है. Now, this picture that I've shown you here is when, as I told you, ना Antarctica में वो जो मैंने आबादी जो बोली 1000 लोग winters में और 4000, वो क्या है? This is basically the base stations of countries. Right now, there are 40 permanent base stations of countries there. This is only for research and scientific purposes. And this is in particular one of the base stations that we visit during one of the landings. और आप देख सकते हैं, they were just showing us around about the details about what they do over there. And very interesting, the base station. This one in particular is the Verdansky base station. It was a Ukrainian base station. Jo pehle it would belong to the British and sometime in the 1950s, but then it was given to the Ukrainian because of their fantastic Antarctic programs that they do. Or ye base station mein they measure these magnetic fields. They, oh, by the way, this is the same base station jahan pe ozone hole in 1985 was discovered. So it is a pretty interesting place, and they show you how they live over there in the base station. There are some people who have not gone home for almost 2 years. So they have their gym, and they have, oh, by the way, on the extreme right hand, upper right corner, you see there's a bar. So this is the bar. And yes, you can take the famous $3 vodka shot. Anybody who's going there, they have to do this. They take the $3 vodka shot over there. Of course, you can try any other liquor, but you should have this experience, because imagine drinking in Antarctica on the continent. It's like amazing. Achha, so by the way, what do these people who sit there or who spend almost 11 months to 2 years do? They actually make souvenirs. In their free time, they make souvenirs. So मैंने जितनी भी shopping करी है पूरे Antarctica में मेरे journey, मैंने सारी shopping यहीं से करी है. I have bought small handmade penguins, keychains, some small ozone bottles. So you can, if you want to do shopping, you can actually do shopping over here. Or for an amount of $5, they even stamp your passport that you are on the Ukrainian base station in Antarctica. So it's a very fancy thing that you can, probably later kind of, brag about. So yeah, and then I took my iconic, this is another brown station, Argentina ka hai ye. One of the visited which one station, which is of Argentina. And of course, I took this picture with the Indian flag, quite a proud moment for me. Yeah, so you can see this. Now look at this landscape. Isn't it outstanding? Now, and between में जो आपको green वाला दिखता है, वो actually वो penguin का poo है. And I told you, na, the penguins have a path that they kind of tread on. So this is a path that they take when they're coming from the water onto the land. And you're not allowed to cross this path. Try not to cross this path. Of course, you can cross it when they're not there, but when they're there, you should not cross this path. And ये पूरा green uska poo hai. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, so we talked about birds, we talked about seals, penguins, whales, and what about the greens? Well, there are no greens. In fact, almost no greens in Antarctica. Koi ped nahi hai. There are no shrubs. There are no trees. Nothing. The only green that you can see are the falling ones that I've shown above, which I took a photograph of. The one on the extreme right is the Antarctic hairgrass, and on the right, on the left, you see, I think it's a moss or an algae. Actually. So it's lichens, mosses, and algae. That is it. That is the only kind of greenery that you can see when you're in Antarctica. Yeah. Oh, that's an interesting fact. Look at this. This is called the Blood Waterfalls. Now, how do these blood waterfalls happen? So beneath this, there's a subglacial lake, or ye jo subglacial lake hai, which is beneath the ice or the sheet that you see, has salt which is almost 3 times more, okay, than the salt in the ocean water. And when this water comes in contact with air, because it's high in even iron, so obviously it oxidizes. And aapko pata hai ki when iron oxidizes, leaves this green color. Sorry, not green, the red color. It oxidizes. We all know ki wo rust color aa jata hai, and this is what forms the red of the blood, which is called the blood fall. So interesting, right? It looks like it's a waterfall of blood. But yeah, you can see something like this also. Not necessarily all the time, but I did not see, but I was aware of something like this is there. So I thought let me share it with you. Oh yeah, this is the ship Gouverneur. This is a ship Gouverneur. This capsized in 1915. The ship capsized in 1915. It was a whale ship. It was a whaling ship. And this ship, imagine, it's almost 100 years, or aisa hai, it's quite well preserved. And when I look through the portholes, you can see harpoons and काफी चीजें ऐसी की ऐसी है वो ship में, काफी अच्छे से उसको रखी नहीं गई. In fact, it's quite well preserved. And the reason it's well preserved is वैसे किसी ने उंगली नहीं करी अभी तक, which is why it's quite well preserved. So yeah, you keep seeing these shipwrecks and all that, which was then, as I said, in the early 20th century, there was a lot of commercial activity which happened in the continent because of whale oil. And finally, coming to this, the Deception Island. Now there is a Deception Island over there. Now this Deception Island it actually rises up almost 1600 feet above the sea level and has a crater. It's actually formed by a volcano, and it has the volcano का जो caldera है, it's approximately around 6 miles, and it was formed by an unknown eruption of some age. And after this, a lot of craters are there, secondary craters are there. So this is what you see is actually जो बड़े-बड़े barrels है ना, ये actually this is where the whale oil was stored. And in fact, between the 1911 to 1931, ये काफी famous और काफी I would say, I won't say just not famous, but it was a very active whaling station. And after that, it got shut down in 1931 because of the international slump in the whale oil crisis. And then it was taken from the Norwegians. It was a Norwegian station, and it was taken by the Britishers in around, I think, 1940. And after which, they established a research station. Lekin right now, the entire thing is lies absolutely empty. The reason being, the last eruption on this island happened in 1969. और जब ये वोल्केनिक इरप्शन हुआ उसके बाद सब कुछ नष्ट हो गया. उसके बाद यहाँ पे जितने भी रिसर्च सेंटर्स वगैरह था सब बंद हो गया, and it just lies like that. In fact, they've not touched it, and they just want to, and because of the treaty, they're not cleaning up this place. They just let the debris be there just to remind people that yes, when nature shows us wrath, this is what it can do. So this Deception Island still has a lot of volcanic activity and a lot of secondary craters. Now here you go, have a look at this. This is one of a secondary crater. On an extreme front, if you can see, एकदम पीछे देखेंगे आपको mountain दिखेगा, लेकिन वो mountain नहीं है. It's a glacier. And as I said, you know, over here glaciers are of different colors, and this is a black glacier. Can you imagine a glacier which is black in color? But yes, Antarctica even gives you that opportunity to see a black glacier. So if you see the entire thing is black, it's because of volcanic activity. That's why the soil over here is black. And because there's a lot of thermal activity, you can actually take a dip into the water in Antarctica. Yes, you can see people in the bathing suit. They're going for that iconic dip in Antarctica. And we had an Indian couple with us. So let me tell you, I'll show you this video.
Not that bad.
बस बस आगे और मत जाओ, आगे और मत जाओ.
Isn't this awesome? Imagine taking a dip in the waters in Antarctica, because the water is not so cold. It is it's I won't say it's very comfortable, but yes, it's good enough for you to take a dip, because this calls for celebration. When you come back, people are exhilarated, absolutely exhilarated. Why? Because you've actually gone and taken a dip in the waters in Antarctica. It's a brilliant feeling. And the water, you can see, I'm not sure if you can see, but if you see the second image here, आपको थोड़ा सा धुआं दिख रहा है. That's because the steam is arising from the water. It's a fantastic moment, and you come on board and you celebrate, and then the final. Also, before that, let me see some interesting facts. By the way, Antarctica is the best place in the world to find meteorites. The reason I say it's the best place is because the white expanse, if there's any meteoritic activity, you can easily find the meteorites. And of course, the ice sheet that you see is almost 1 mile thick, which is almost over 1.5 kilometers, 1.5 kilometers and more. And of course, as I told you, there's still an active volcano, and that's Mount Erebus. Wonderful. So the final countdown, you see on the extreme right is the lounge area where people are just spending time with all other people. They don't know, obviously, but they're having a good time. Everybody's just sitting there, lounging, having fun, playing games, drinking. There's a bar, by the way, there. You can buy your drinks over there. Not a problem at all. You can actually have fun. And on the final day, just before the landing you made back in Ushuaia, you're given the certificate. Okay, and there's a lot of celebration. There's a cake cutting ceremony, all that bit happens, and yes, and that's a final countdown. And the certificate tells you this, that of course you made the continental landing, but it also certifies you that you have crossed Drake Passage, and that's a big high, because this is something that you can all brag about, because not everybody can do the Drake Passage. Okay, but it's everything is done. By the way, just to let you know, guys, जरूरी नहीं कि आप Drake Passage करो. Nowadays, in fact, for the last couple of years, there is an option called Fly the Drake. मतलब जिसको Drake Passage cross नहीं करनी है, they can actually fly okay, and avoid crossing the Drake Passage. Becomes a smaller itinerary. It becomes instead of a 12 day itinerary, becomes an 8-day itinerary, which I'll show you probably in the next slide, which is this. So we have the Wanderers fixed day departures to Antarctica this year. It's on the 19th December and the 8th Jan. So you have two options I've given you. One is the Ushuaia, which I sailed on, and the standard twin. On a standard twin sharing, it starts from USD $9,570 per person, and if you have a twin premier cabin, if you take, it starts at $12,380. Of course, when you look at this cost, it includes everything from the time you get on the ship. All your meals, all your excursions, every bit is included in it. Apart from obviously anything extras that you take, that's fine. But all your excursions, your food, your coffee, all of it is included. And if you do the more luxurious fancy ship, which is a Silver Sea, which has Wi-Fi and alcohol and gourmet meals and all that, that's 6th and 18th of Jan. And by the way, this is the Fly the Drake, which is why मैंने जो आपको बताया ना, it's only 6 days of sailing, because you don't have to do that 1.5 days of going up and 1.5 days of going down through the Drake Passage. You fly the Drake, which is why it's a little more expensive, and it starts at around $15,000. Wonderful. So you have a 19th December and 8th Jan, and for the Fly the Drake, you have a 6th Jan and the Jan 18th departure. By the way, they're almost 80 booked, because last year जब cancel हो गया था, all the backlog has come onto this year. So seats are difficult to get, but give me a shout nonetheless. That's it. This is my these are my coordinates in case you want to get in touch with me. That's my email ID, my phone number, and thank you so very much for patiently being hearing whatever I had to show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, thank you, Rotary, for giving me this opportunity to show this amazing.
Alithia, we'll have members for question answers if they have something.
मैं क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहती हूँ बेटा. Your talk has been so interesting, so energetic, so engrossing. I just want to put you one question. I'm 85 years old. Can I go and survive there and come back? My daughter, my daughters take me every year somewhere to an adventurous place. Can they take me to Antarctica and bring it back?
नहीं जरूर आपकी, बिकॉज मेरे साथ शिप पे था, मेरे साथ बुजुर्ग लोग थे. इनफैक्ट अराउंड 20-25% ऑफ पीपल जो मेरे साथ जो शिप पे थे वो एल्डरली पीपल, बिकॉज हम लोग की मेंटालिटी ऐसे क्या होती है ना, अंटार्कटिका है एकदम वो वाला कॉन्टिनेंट, एकदम एंड में जाएंगे, पूरा दुनिया घूमते हैं फिर एंड में जाएंगे. सो वो जब करेंगे वैसा अगर विचार रहेंगे, इफ यू कीप दैट प्रोसेस ऑलवेज quite limited, doesn't happen in your 20 and 30s. So अगर आपको पाँव का कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, इन द सेंस कोई भी प्रॉब्लम, इन द सेंस मैंने आपको बताया ना, आपको शिप से उतर के ज़ोडियाक में उतरना पड़ता है. ये जो आप मेरे पीछे देख सकते हैं वो बोट है, जो आप मेरे बैकग्राउंड में देखेंगे ऑन द एक्सट्रीम राइट साइड एक बोट है. अगर आप शिप में वो बोट के अंदर उतर सकते हैं और बोट से वापस उतर के शिप में जा सकते हैं, तो एब्सोल्युटली पॉसिबल, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है.
हाँ, ये तो बहुत बार गई हूँ मैं, अमेरिका में, नॉर्वे में. I've been sailing in the ship and the boat and all that. But how much it costs one person? Any idea?
It costs anywhere $10,000. Let's say around $7,000.
$10,000?
Around approximately.
I couldn't get it.
$10,000.
$10,000. Okay.
$10,000 for 2 persons.
For 6 days.
For 2 persons.
For 6 days.
For
Well,
6 days.
Not bad at all. Thank you so much.
Not bad.
Shuchi, you have a question as well.
Yes, thank you, President Sanjay. My question to you, Alithia, is this. What about visa? What kind of visa do we need to go to Antarctica? Is it the US visa that works there? And secondly, how much clothes did you carry for that place? What was your baggage size?
The visa you require is only Argentina visa, because I said na, Antarctica does not belong to any country. So the only visa that you require is Argentina visa, because you're starting from Ushuaia. So that's one visa. And clothes, very honestly, इतने कपड़े नहीं चाहिए होते, because Antarctica जब जाते हैं ना, उसके summers में जाते हैं. So the maximum temperature or the minimum temperature I got was -5 only. -5 only. So absolutely fine. So in fact, मैं जब नॉर्दर्न लाइट्स करने गई थी फिनलैंड, जो कि विंटर्स में ही होते हैं, दैट टाइम आई गॉट -35. सो यहाँ पे उतने कपड़े आपको नहीं लेने पड़ते. ऑफ कोर्स यू नीड टू कैरी योर वुलन्स एंड योर फ्लीस जैकेट एंड योर डाउन जैकेट. बट आपका, लेट मी टेल यू, मेरा कंप्लीट बैग का वेट था 17 किलो. Okay, 17 kilos. I was able to do my entire Antarctica trip.
That's
Okay.
awesome. Dr. Sanjay Kharra, it's a lesson for us.
Yeah.
And a little more when you came back, because you said you did some shopping. So
Put it down everything.
So we're not getting shopping questions. Since Indu Luthra ma'am asked some question, I think Kavita and Vanita are here. Would you have some questions also?
Yeah, I would like to ask. Yeah, I live in Norway. So yes, there's beautiful northern lights here as well. And like you said, the temperatures can go really down to like -20 or -30. So here you'll need much more than 17 kilos, that's for sure, even in the summers. But of course, if anybody is coming through Bergen, they can always borrow from me. So that's no problem. And the other thing I wanted to say about the penguins is that I've been to a safari in Cape Town, and those penguins are really, really cute. But the best thing was that, you know, we were just like 1 foot away from them, and we could take clear pictures. I actually wanted to share a picture, but I wasn't able to do it. So, but that was really, really,
Yeah, you're absolutely right. In Cape Town, when you go to when you do
that was really, really sweet.
Yeah, when you do the Cape of Good Hope tour, you actually go to that penguin
Yes,
colony.
correct.
So, yeah.
The penguin colony. Yeah, yeah. So that was really, really amazing. Yeah. But this was really beautiful. I would love to go to this place. And I hope I can do it before my knees completely get spoiled, like my mom's. So, it was very wonderful to hear. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think there are no more questions, so I'll request our Director International Service, Dr. Sanjay Kharra, to kindly give the vote.
Yeah, I put my hand. My hand is there for asking a question. I put my hands up.
Go ahead. Go ahead. We can hear you now. I didn't notice that. Sorry.
I wanted to know from Alfia. Alifia, how do you?
Alfia.
Alifia. I want to know that what about the internet connection?
So
if we go there, how is the internet and WhatsApp working there or not working there?
Okay, so mobile telephony does not work, but right now, all the cruise vessels give you internet connection. So आप अपना WhatsApp call कर सकते हैं, लेकिन मैं आपको बता दूं, जब मैं गई थी 4 साल पहले, तब जैसे मैंने आपको बताया, वेसल जो थी मेरी उशवाया, उसमें इंटरनेट नहीं था, but you can buy internet, you can browse and website.
But WhatsApp works there.
Yes, WhatsApp. अगर आपके पास अभी जो क्रूज वेसल्स आ गए हैं, उसमें आपको इंटरनेट कनेक्शन दिया जाता है. So WhatsApp works. You can make WhatsApp calling. लेकिन अगर आपको फोन करना है, so they have satellite phones. So मैंने एक satellite phone.
But like we can do WhatsApp phone from there or not?
You can do WhatsApp phone. So if you take WhatsApp.
But it was not when you had gone there.
Yes, अभी इंटरनेट पैकेजेस अवेलेबल है. आप अगर इंटरनेट पैकेजेस ले लेते हैं.
You do this booking through your this organization known as Wanderers.
हाँ जी.
अच्छा, ठीक है. Nice, it was very interesting. Very interesting. देख के ठंड लगने लगा यहाँ पर गर्मी में.
So much.
Yes, Dr. Sanjay Kharra, yes, you may proceed.
Yeah, good evening to you all. Can you hear me? All
Yes.
of you? Yeah.
Yes.
So, the most important thing that I picked from this presentation, beautiful presentation from Alifia, is do it now. The truth, the future is known to no one. So basically, we have to do it now. We are so very inspired with this beautiful presentation, which took us. Of course, Alifia, who is herself an ardent traveler and into the travel business, probably just explained everything to us as if we are already in Antarctica. We have already taken a tour of Antarctica. And of course, it was nice to know about the continent, that it is the fifth largest continent in the world. And the summers are from November to April, 24 hours daylight is there. And she's took us on the Ushuaia vessel to South Shetland and Antarctica Shetland. We have passed through Drake Passage, Trinity Island, and the Zodiac landings. We have probably seen all those small islands or large islands which have all these. It was a beautiful experience, Alifia. And the one takeaway point, the most important takeaway point that I have with me now is do it now. The future is known to no one. So basically, you have inspired us so much that we are wanting to do it now, and we don't want to. We want to plan our trip as fast as possible, and I think our travel guide Shuchi Thakur is already working on it. It was a beautiful presentation, Alifia. You yourself are an ardent traveler, which is very much evident from this presentation. And of course, you must be pretty fit because you are marathon sprint runner also, and Puranic healing and all those things, which makes you a very versatile lady. And we are so thankful to you for taking us through this beautiful trip to Antarctica, the last pristine destination, which is, of course, the 5th biggest continent. And we have got to know about the continent in much detail. You have given us the knowledge about its weather and its location. It was so self-explanatory. And on your vessel, Ushuaia, you have taken us through the Drake Passage, which is the roughest passage I got to know from your presentation, and I would love to do it because those people who want to go into adventures, they have to take these chances. Trinity Island and there's one more, Deception Island looks beautiful, and I'm sure the experience of Blood Waterfall and those live volcanoes. And your, if you can see meteorites from there. So basically, all these things, they have explained us about Antarctica in such a great detail that probably we have already had one trip. And of course, the eating part, which I love doing it. And if you have plenty to eat and plenty to drink, and that makes it all the more worth it. I really liked your pictures where you're showing the Gento penguins, how you explain it, I pronounce it, I don't know, whales and seals and leopard seals, birds, elephant seals, and some birds which are eating only penguin poo. I think most explicit ecosystem that they have developed there for environment preservation. So it was really good dip into the Antarctica, and we are all drenched with the trip thoroughly, I must tell you, and most likely we will be taking guidance from you, because we ourselves are very ardent travelers, and this trip is on my wish list now. So from the core of my heart, from Chandigarh Midtown, I would like to thank you again for taking all the pains to making this presentation and sharing it with us. Thank you so much again. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kadra. I know that you have done similar presentations in the past, and also in the future, every time you go your love for travel and your love for photographs enable you to do similar presentations, and I'm sure someday we could share it with Alifia as well. There's been a short outage. I think we lost connection with a few members, but let's see, maybe most of them can join over here at about 30. So, Shuchi, we just proceed with the announcements and the birthday and wedding anniversary celebrations. If
Thank you.
All right, yes.
Yes.
I have one question for the guest speaker.
Dr. Vora, actually, she's not here yet.
Oh, she's not there.
Let's wait in case she can join back. I've sent a message.
If she comes back, then I have a,
yes,
a very futuristic question for her.
Definitely.
I hope everybody can see the flyer. We have our valedictory function coming up on 25th of June. So I, on behalf of President Sanjay and the entire board, would invite our club to please join us on Zoom. The Zoom ID and password remain same. And this is the last meeting of our year. So requesting all to please join us and have fun along with the usual stuff. Coming to the birthdays, we have the birthdays of past President Vinod Jawar on 21st June. Congrats.
I just interrupt. The screen is just saying that started sharing.
Started sharing.
It's not shared yet.
I'm so sorry.
Yes. Now we have.
Can I
yes,
go back?
You can go back to the, yes.
Here's the flyer. Join us on the valedictory function and Thanksgiving on Friday, 25th June at 6 p.m. Please note the timing has changed for this meeting, considering the length of the meeting. You're invited by President Sanjay Bhatia and the entire board, requesting all to please come. The Zoom meeting ID remains same and the password remains same. Coming over to the birthdays, we have the birthdays of past President Vinod Jawar on 21st June. Congratulations, sir. You are here with us. Many, many congratulations, sir. Happy birthday. We have.
Thank you.
We also have the birthdays of Jiten Bhamri on 23rd June. Nandita ma'am on 18th June, which is today.
She's here. Yes. She's
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Happy birthday, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank
Happy
you.
Birthday.
Happy birthday, Nandita. Happy birthday.
Thank you, Uncle. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
We have the birthday of Rotary and Rekha Mehan on 21st June. We have some announcements to be made. We have got donations from Professor I.S. Dua of rupees 15,000 for Oxygen on Wheels project. We have got rupees 5,000 from Sandhya Khandelia ji for COVID Rasoi. Thank you, sir and ma'am. Sanjeevni Trust has also donated rupees 5,000 to the club for medical purposes on the auspicious day of birthday of Dr. Chaman Luthra, younger brother of late Dr. J. Luthra and patron of Sanjeevni Trust. Thank you, Indu ma'am, for your giving nature all the time, helping us. That's all from my end. Over to you, President Sanjay.
Thank you, Shuchi.
Thank you so much.
And thanks to all the members who have contributed generously in the last few days that Shuchi mentioned. And Shuchi also mentioned about the valedictory next Friday. So the time is 6 p.m. Just to repeat, it would be reporting that to 6 p.m.
Will we have a refreshment also, President Sanjay?
Sorry?
You have worked so hard, you and Shuchi and the whole team. Now we want refreshment also.
Virtual refreshment.
We are coming up with a virtual refreshment.
आप मेनू बता दो अपने अपने घर में बना के खा लेंगे।
इसकी आवाज नहीं आ रही मेरे को।
नहीं अभी आवाज आएगी। मैं कह रहा हूँ आप संजय you can tell the menu.
संजय sir, virtual refreshment is the best option.
म्यूट हो गए वो बोल रहे मुझे नहीं पता।
नहीं, I'm sure the team is taking care of it and would definitely make this as grand as they can with and let me not say limitations, but they would still make it grand, so there would be food for thought, and there would be food for your ears, for your heart, food for everything, you know. So I am confident the team which has worked so hard throughout the year, and the members who have been supportive throughout the year, we would definitely sign off the year in great style. And if Anjali is there, I think she wanted to say something on Antarctica.
Sanjay sir, thank you for the lovely gift. Thank you.
नंदिता मैम, आपकी पार्टी तो आज अंटार्कटिका में हुई है। 10 लाख की पार्टी हुई है आपको।
बेस्ट ऑफ पे हुई है सर, वर्चुअली भी रियलिटी में भी करेंगे। हाँ जी सर, थैंक यू सो मच।
Yes, Anjali, you wanted to share something on Antarctica and a TV channel. So I just noted this comment, which many may not have noticed.
Sir, there is a beautiful documentary. It's called Our Planet. And if you watch the first episode, you will book the tickets for Antarctica after watching this.
But you are saying this is Netflix, right?
It's on Netflix, Our Planet. It's a beautiful series. When you watch it on TV, you actually get to know about your planet and what is happening in Antarctica right now because of us. So you feel little ashamed to be human also, because we are doing so much bad things to our planet. But it's a beautiful eye opener also. So I would recommend everybody to watch it on Netflix.
Great, thank you for the information. So we'll adjourn this meeting, and we'll have the room open for about 5 minutes. It's almost